You own a cabbage cart, but your produce is destroyed periodically by a group of famous 12-year-olds. What do you do? Move into other markets. Maybe automobiles. Maybe military arms. Who knows? The one person with the relevant username. How did Sato frame you again? He put some crates full of equalist propaganda and weaponry in one of our warehouses. Then the police were tipped off to the location of said crate. I knew something was fishy about that Sato guy and his logic-defying hot daughter. Logic-defying hot, physically capable, very intelligent, diabetes-inducing sweet. I'm going to boink the avatar daughter. Oof, that's rough, buddy. Report their whereabouts to the Fire Lord. Sparky Boom Man is on the job. Well, that's not his name, but Combustion Man. Narrator, things did not end well for Sparky Boom Man. They'll take care of it. Learn to cabbage bend. Those little bastards don't know what's coming. There is water in cabbages, so if Katara can learn to people bend, then Cabbage Man can learn to cabbage bend. That'd require he be able to water bend to begin with. He wears a lot of green, so he's probably Earth Kingdom. How much dirt is in cabbages? I feel like because people invented bending anyway by learning from nature, Cabbage Man is passionate enough to invent cabbage bending. Or maybe even he could just be determined enough to learn water bending. Bending was gifted by the lion turtles dragons. Lion turtles. Pigeon seals. Cattle pelicans. Bat bears. Monkey horses. In the original series, they all describe the original benders learning from some animal or natural source, for example badger moles, dragons, the moon. Locke reckoned it into lion turtles teaching them instead, and honestly, I'm not fond of stories surrounding the retcon for plenty of reasons. The lion turtles gave people the gift of bending, but the animals/moon still taught them how to use and master their abilities. I always assumed they had to have the gift to use it at all, but the animals taught them to use it well. Specifically, they were gifted the raw ability to manipulate elements. Then some smarter than average benders were like, what if we imitated these flying bison/badger moles/dragons/the moon, since they've been doing all this elemental manipulation stuff way longer than we have, and bending really took off. But they didn't invent bending, they used their already existing bending to invent other types of bending. It still requires them to have the ability. Hi, I'm the Cabbage Merchant and welcome to Will It Bend? How watery are cabbages? If blood bending is a thing, then vegetable juice bending should also be a thing. Think swamp guy with the vines. Genius. Switch to bananas. With this plan, as they destroy my cart, it sends banana peel booby traps everywhere so they can't get away without paying for damages. Genius. There's always money in the banana cart. Edit, my first award. Thank you. There's $250,000 lining the walls of the banana cart. No touching. No touching. How much clearer could I have been? Daddy Horny, Michael. I like how a reference to one of my favorite shows met with a response referencing one of my other favorite shows. And that's what I likes about this comments. Is that what you likes about themes? Let's take about 10 to 15% off of their squirrely pope. Document all of our interactions, then sell the information to a small local theater company in a resort town. Look. It's the Great Divide. The biggest canyon in the Earth Kingdom. Let's keep flying. Azula, my sister, what are you doing here? Okay, you caught me. Wait. What's that? I think it's your honor. Where? She escaped, but how? I love that because if you watch that episode they are referencing, where Azula escapes, it really is a mystery how she could have escaped. They are in an empty village surrounded by flat landscape, there was nowhere to go. You don't really notice it at the time because it's a really stressful moment with Iroh dying and Zuko yelling at the others to just leave. But on a rewatch it is totally like, WTF, how'd she get away exactly? That's what makes the Ember Island Players such a good episode, the show willing to just sort of make fun of itself like, yeah, oops. Edit, typo. I always thought she made a wall of fire to deflect their bending and jumped out of there with her ninja acrobatics, then snuck away when everyone was focused on Iroh. If she stuck to the buildings at first, Toph wouldn't be able to see her with her seismic sense, at least, not very well since they were wooden, and then she could use that lizard mount to put some distance between herself and the gang. But that may have been my 12-year-old brain just filling in the plot hole for them. Always thought it added to Azula's intimidation factor. Yeah, it's a minor thing really, and there surely is an explanation. To be honest, I don't think I wouldn't noticed it if they hadn't pointed it out themselves. And then she could use that lizard mount to put some distance between herself and the gang. I don't think the issue is that she got away, it's that she got away without being spotted. Your immediate explanation is totally reasonable, but how did she hoof it out with the mount? If she waited to get on the mount, wouldn't Toph at least have been aware of it? I just thought she was super speedy, lol. Like the lizard was chilling at the other end of town, she ran over the houses, and hopped on that bad boy before anyone knew what was happening. Again, I was 12, it was a simpler time, haha. I don't get it, did Jet die? It was ambiguous. You know, it was really unclear. I love the play episode. So many great jokes. It's honestly the best series recap episode I've ever seen. Hit the nail on the head, the entire episode was both a perfect recap as a penultimate episode before the grand ending of the gang going to fight Ozai, and also a way for the creators to make light of their own work. Nice Zuko costume, but the scar's on the wrong side. The scar is not on the wrong side. The funny thing is the scar actually was on the wrong side in the Dragon/Sun Dance episode. God, I can't remember the episode name despite just rewatching it recently. I know what episode you're talking about, but I can't remember the damn name, it's on the tip of my tongue. The episode is the Firebending Masters. Wait, did they actually say that in the play? Yes, I believe it's in reference to being a more forgettable episode. It's also the lowest rated episode in the series, The Great Divide I mean. I really like the episode up until the last part where it all turns out to be two children fighting. I think that was just a lie he told the two villages. Yeah, Aang admits he made it all up, lol. It's an okay episode, but I can see how it's considered weaker than the others. It doesn't do much to carry the story forward, it doesn't develop the main characters at all, and Zuko and Iroh are completely absent. Plus both tribes are annoying as F. Still a fun watch, but compared to the rest of Season 1, it's definitely my least fave. If I recall, it was made because it didn't really affect the plot at all, which made it one they could play frequently to try and attract attention to the show. You aren't getting a spoiler seeing it, but it gives you enough context to understand the characters. It also made it the most overplayed episode, annoying people who were already fans. Yeah, have to agree. Really the weak link in the strong chain. I don't know about forgettable. I'm not very partial to the Secret Tunnel episode, but boy is it catchy. Secret Tunnel. Secret Tunnel. Through the mountain. Secret tunnel. Oh yeah, and hey, I just remembered the rest of the song. Strums and die. We let love lead the way. Really? We let giant ferocious beasts lead our way. Wait, is that real? It's a real legend. I'm with you, but the song alone bumps it ahead of The Great Divide. Yes, word for word. Did Jet just die? You know, it's really unclear. I do like how the writers were self-aware. Yo, that episode was awful, let's skip it. Then invest the profits from that theater production and build one of the most successful corporations in the world. A company that unfortunately will one day have to cut corners for exported airships, such as substandard railing attachment points. Quite the escape hazard for individuals chained to them. Still, after the cyber wars they will use their manufacturing expertise to begin making ceramic bowls and cups and such. providing a useful tool for rebuilding society. Profits from theater production. Hey, it worked for Springtime for Hitler. The Cabbage Patch Kids. Who's in the gang? Sauerkraut? Zoo coleslaw. Man, you worked for these and it really paid off. I got a good laugh from that. Gary Glitter. With Stuart Hall and Jimmy Savile. And Prince Andrew. Ah, the last truthbender. And a surprisingly knowledgeable cabbage merchant. Merchant of cabbage. That stupid just eat the children. So instead of corned beef and cabbage, you serve corned long pig and cabbage. I was wondering what their source was. That's the most compelling theory I've heard yet. They explicitly state sources in the episode from several of their encounters, including my cabbages guy. They specifically say, and a surprisingly knowledgeable cabbage merchant. Merchant of cabbage. That theory is so good, it should be canon. It is canon. Amazing material. They should have done a gag like this in the show. It's been a while since I watched the series, I'd forgotten that. Can confirm, watching that episode as I am writing this comment. His sources include singing nomads, pirates, prisoners of war, and a surprisingly knowledgeable merchant of cabbage. Sokka. I'm packing up and moving to Ba Sing Se. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. That's what they told me at Lake Laogai lol. r/Lake Laogai, Reddit link. That's an actual sub. Just watch out for the occasional Bendist there. They really seem to hate Lee and his uncle Mushi that run a tea shop. Yeah, that kid had a funny looking scar on his face. I heard they work at the Jasmine Dragon. Best tea in town. That old guy a bit suspect, though I never seen him use a flint. You should steal all his flints from his house and see what happens. Yet. You need to license. Cabbage Corp LLC? My cabbages. It's a long way to Ba Sing Se. And the girls in that city are so pretty. And they kiss so sweet that you've really got to meet the girls from Ba Sing Se. It's a long way to Ba Sing Se, if you want to rock and roll. Is this a reference to something that I'm not cool enough to know about? The question itself is a reference to Avatar, The Last Airbender. The Ba Sing Se answer is also part of what happened in the show. Repeatedly scream my cabbages. And file a suit against them. All the girls in the city, they look so pretty. Thank you for watching. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube. And share them with your friends. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. We welcome your comments below. Another of our videos will begin shortly.